Hello, I am here in my pajamas, ready to react to Word of Honor, episode 7. Since episode 6, with the big face reveal and everything, I've been so excited to get back into it. I mean, I felt like I stopped at a point where I wasn't sitting there going, oh my god, I'm gonna die if I don't react to the next episode. But at the same time, I've been waiting. Before I get started, one more extremely important line of business is to show off my cool mug. My girlfriend got me this from a thrift store. This is from like a Goodwill. It's that frog is doing exactly what you think is happening to that brick, stone, whatever the heck it is. And then and also there's writing on it in Russian. I wish I remembered what it says. I don't remember what it translates to, but let me turn it on the other side. Oh no, this way. There's like writing in Russian, and the stone that the frog was doing something to is all broken up. I don't know who made this. I don't know why, but it's amazing. I like frogs and I like novelty mugs and I like ridiculous objects. And my girlfriend found this at a Goodwill and gave it to me, and it ticks all those boxes. I'm having some nice herbal tea since it's nighttime. I'm in my pajamas. I was like, yeah, I could like get ready for bed. I could put off reacting to this for another day, but I really wanted to pack an episode into my day. So here I am sacrificing my sleep and my sanity for this show because I don't know what it is. I am feeling in a way very similar to how I felt when I was watching The Untamed and I got really, really into it, where I'm just like, I keep thinking about the characters. I keep thinking about like what could be revealed, what could happen. There were, I would say, a decent amount of twists in The Untamed. I'm sort of anticipating like even more twistiness from this show, like from this story. I do want to mention something really quick. When I compare them, it's not in any way like I think one is better than the other. I don't want to compare them and act like they're the same exact type of thing because I mean, first off, Word of Honor is considered wuxia, Untamed is considered xianxia. They're based on works by different authors. There are different kind of dynamics and themes going on, I would say, but I've just been bringing up things about the Untamed that like this reminds me of in certain parts, or sometimes comparing them because that's like my frame of reference, because I've started getting into C dramas and I've started getting into Chinese BL and like the adaptations, but I haven't seen a ton of it yet. So at the moment, it's just The Untamed is the only thing of this general type that I've like finished in full. So I do reference it a lot because it's like, oh, that's my reference point for certain aspects of this. But I in no way, I don't want to take away from anything about The Untamed that's special and unique, and I don't want to take away anything about this that's special and unique. They're different things in a lot of ways, so I don't mean anything bad by my comparison point, and I've never been someone who thinks that comparison is bad. I have a very referential and pattern seeking kind of brain. So I will compare things to other things a lot because it's like everything reminds me of something else that I've seen. That's how I make sense of things. I say that just to say that it's not me being like, oh my god, only The Untamed and this are like they're by no means the only two fantasy Chinese shows based on BL. Like there are so many more. There's so many more things in similar genre realms that I just haven't seen yet. I really do think so far since I've started watching this, it takes the director and the different filmmakers involved took a different approach. It's very different. It's very much its own thing. But yeah, I'm just if I make a comparison, it's a reference point. It's not like one is better than the other. That's not how I'm thinking of this, and that's not how I think of comparisons. Anyway, I digress. Really excited to get into it. Let's go. happiness. And not me just realizing that my laptop is in the way of the TV where I need to see what. Uh-oh. Something bad is going on, but I need to move things so I can actually see all the subtitles. Oh dear. Okay, we're back. Gonna go back a second, a tiny bit. But I was just about to say, I've seen that, like, that happiness sign before. Love seeing them just standing together at the end of the intro like that. Happiness. Natural death and dream. Yikes. Okay, are these the, uh-oh. One of the girls, I think, is the beauty ghost that we saw before. There's Hat Guy. Is that the lustful ghost? We got a lot of Ghost Valley over here. I think that is the lustful ghost. I do not like him. He needs to chill out. That's the Joker one, the smiley ghost. Ugh. Whoa. The drama. What an entrance. Oh my god. White hair. Wow. She is the drama. Tragic comic ghost. They don't get along well, do they? I love his big tall hat. Oh, the groom. Yikes. Oh, this guy cannot catch a break. Ugh. The guy with the white tall hat with the characters on it, I don't know why, but like that costume is my favorite. I love that hat. Oh, and he's got, there's like, the other guy has like the same outfit basically, but it's black. Interesting. Who's the bride? Oh, is it the beauty ghost? Oh my god, he needs to chill out. What is she holding? Oh. That was his wife who he maybe killed? Question mark? Whoa. Oh, they're making him bow. Hello. Are they gonna have a little date?
你们这乌城酒啊，这厢房里坐着来自湖州的大贵客，都订走了。要不给您来点别的？
I just remembered that they've been like doing their own separate things for the past few days, I think, but I wonder if that is that important person when Cushing, and they are gonna have a date because he's gonna show up and be like, "Oh my god, you're here." I wonder. Oh, did he know? He knew they were here, right? He's trying to. Oh, he hasn't seen it. Oh.
师傅可没那般俊俏，不知道师傅和温叔现在去哪里。
He doesn't know what he looks like. I forgot he wouldn't be able to recognize him.
傻小子。
Not little idiot. They're just gonna keep calling him that. Oh. Wow. They've captured, like, everybody. Yikes. Do you know who I am?
说规矩了，我没叫你们说话之前呢，不许开口。谁开口谁先死。只有一个人能够活着离开这儿。我们倒无所谓是谁。你可知道我们家主人为何有薄情不主这个名号的？
薄情不主喜三鬼，杀尽天下负心人。
Have all of these guys cheated? Whoa.
不过还是要死。我不是说过了吗？没有叫你们说话之前不许开口。
You didn't ask for
我问
permission.
你，姑娘吊死于断剑山庄之下。
Okay.
必定要在负心汉的亲友中邀请10个人来做客。
It's like they're in a
建议你
fighting
们10个
ring.
人当中，只有1个人能活着离开，就凭各位的本事了。
Oh my
别
god.
怕，万万不能坠了岳阳
Worst
派的
comes to
威猛。
worst, it's just death.
诸位兄弟，
No big
咱
deal.
们跟他们拼了！
Oh
他们这
wow.
是在故意折辱我们取乐。你们在想什么？他们，就算我们真的只
This is like an extremely literal representation of what has been going on. Like he just said, they're trying to divide us, and they've literally been like people from these different sects have been put in a ring by the Ghost Valley people and told, like, fight. Only one of you is getting out alive. And he's saying they're trying to divide us. It's like that's what has been happening with these different sects, especially the ones that are part of the Five Lake Alliance. I'm blanking on if that's the right name right now. But like there was supposed to be this big alliance, but it's kind of felt like everyone has been infighting and there's been all this like just all this pettiness going on. It's either the Ghost Valley trying to divide them and or other outside forces trying to divide them. And this is like the extremely literal representation of that. I love that.
只剩1个人。
恰恰和你们这些说话不如放屁的大侠截
Interesting.
然。
我没有说明白。
Well, they're just going for it regardless of what this guy says.
没用啊！
谁当鬼啊？
哎呀，大点劲儿！
This is so funny, honestly. This is just what they've been doing.
只剩下这么一个不中用的孩子，若活下来的
This
是老大的
one
话，
useless
这也算是后继有
child.
人。可这
Oh.
孩子，
幼子难免娇养了些，毕竟他生下来这些年，天下太平，也没经历过什么风浪。
二哥，
That makes sense.
我说
Zhao Jing
什么都不记得。
seems like a
一个
nice
孩子能
guy.
骗我们什么呀？
I
想
hope
多
that
了。
we can trust him more than these other people have shown.
张家2个侄子，4哥的手
Whoa.
自己击碎了自己的天灵盖。
Oh no.
到琉璃甲，何
I don't know if he
必
knew the
一定是他们找
extent
不
to
到琉璃
which
甲
they were
苦苦逼
tortured or
供。
how they were killed.
4哥还
But I do think he knows
就是不知道这孩子中了什么
something. But I don't know if he
对我们
knows
这
like
种疏
exactly
远
how
和
they
沉默
died
呀
or what.
行了，
光心痛有什么用？
Man, you need to not be drinking. Oh. Yeah, they're killing each other. See, because it's like if they had decided they would team up and fight the ghosts, maybe they would have had a chance. They didn't have to do this, right? Oh. Oh, this sucks.
好，好的很呐、看多了，还真没什么机会看
Fighting
这种兄弟情深的文戏。
Are there? Oh. Oh my goodness. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Oh no. Oh my god, are they both gonna die? Oh. They took all of each other out. Profound expectations. I just want to point out, I'm curious what you call them, but the like holster things that are crisscrossed like this and you put a sword in like each side, those are so cool.
在下天窗统领韩英。
I wonder what the difference between the commander of of Window of Heaven and whatever like the leader is called, the one who replaced Zhou Zishu. He's something Peng or Peng something, but I forget what his title is. So I'm curious what like a commander title, like what that means versus like the leader.
韩大人从晋州不远万里来到此地。
Okay, they're investigating the glazed armor.
若有所知。
Oh,
琉璃甲
Gao
只
is
不
the
过是
chief
区
of
区
the
江湖
five
传闻罢了。韩大人
alliances.
不可。
Let me go back and make sure I caught that right.
琉璃甲只不过是区区
He
江湖
says it's
传
just a
闻罢了。
rumor, but
韩大人
so it seems like the five alliances, they did something back when the battles were going on or I guess back when it was like, oh, Rung Xuan was defeated or attacked. The five alliances, Five Lakes Alliance. I'm like reading it on the screen and then I like forget the full name for some reason. I remember a few episodes back, they're talking about what they had to do in order to like secure the glazed armor or like secure the armory. And I believe there's some contention with some people that they feel like too many were hurt in the Five Lakes Alliance's attempt to secure the armory and deal with the glazed armor, like back with the stuff that happened like 20 years ago or something. So it seems to be a point of contention what they did for it, and they've considered themselves like sort of the keepers of it. And I think that's controversial because are they doing something benevolent or is it sort of like a power grab? I think that's part of the issue going on here. And the chief of the Five Lakes Alliances, Gao, is saying, well, the thing about the glazed armor is just a rumor. But of course, that's what they want people to think if they're trying to protect it or cover something up.
明人不说暗话。
I'm sorry to pause so much, but the thing that keeps occurring to me in this show is like so few people have pure or like good motivations. Everyone has an ulterior motive. You've got the Window of Heaven, I think we knew from the jump, had been either corrupt from the beginning or like became corrupted. You know, Zhou Zishu probably had good intentions, but because they were doing the work for Prince Jin and he just is sort of like power hungry, they just became this bad thing, or they're just doing things for power and they're not really doing anything good for humanity, I guess. And it's like we can't really trust the Five Lakes Alliances, or sorry, the Five Lakes Alliance. And so many of the characters we've been introduced to, it's like, who can you trust? Like almost nobody. So you have their questionable motives and you have ulterior motives of the Window of Heaven, and then you have the Ghost Valley people that are just evil from the get-go. And meanwhile, you're like, okay, what is Wen Kuxing doing? And he's the Ghost Valley chief and he's stirring the pot, but also you want to root for him. This kind of makes her head spin.
那韩统领为什么因为琉璃甲来找高某呢？岂不是有些浪得
That's
虚
so
名之嫌？
funny. Hey, you said you know everything. You don't know everything? Why are you asking me stuff? You should know this already.
四处寻找镜湖派的遗孤。你别敬酒不吃吃罚酒。
Uh-oh.
头上顶的是当今天子。
I see. So you have the Emperor, and you have the Window of Heaven and Prince Jin, and the way that Prince Jin is trying to rise to power and probably become the Emperor himself. There's so much politics going on. Huh.
只是程灵他们就要到了，必须赶紧迎他们入车。
Okay. At least it seems like the chief wants to protect Chungling. That doesn't seem like a negative thing, but I don't know.
大哥，
哎，大哥，成领了。
大哥。
辎重留给下人。
There he is. Okay. Zhou's shoe. It's hot on their trail. I wonder when he's going to get a chance to see Chengling and like tell him who he really is.
什么事啊？
爹爹，你回来啦！
啊。
小亮。
见过你成领弟弟。
啊。
成领，这个就是你高伯伯的独女，叫小莲姐姐就好了。
成领弟弟，叔叔和爹爹他们有要事要商量，我们先下去吧。
She's cute.
恐怕从此以后，这江湖再无宁日了。
为什么
I think we figured that out.
已经泄露。
I would love some steamed buns right now.
明装暗卫，一个江湖门派。
So he does seem to think that Chengling is safe with like the chief of the Five Lakes Alliance. Maybe he's saying Chengling should be safe now because they're taking all these precautions. So maybe he doesn't think they have a bad motive for him, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he's going to try to take him or rescue him, or if he's just trying to see if he's in a safe situation and he might leave things be for a little while to see what happens. I don't know. Also, I picked an awful moment to pause on his face.
从此海阔天空，愿你度过此劫，逢凶化。
Yeah, I guess he's thinking like, oh, what is that? Is this some kind of signal to do some sort of attack?
什么时候天窗在岳阳派中已埋了暗桩？
Oh. Okay, the fact that there's Window of Heaven spies might make him think twice about just leaving Chengling in that situation. Because he may not be safe there.
大爷，小的既不卖粉，也不卖肾。不过，小的这
That
个
is
新鲜。
one of their sayings. Oh! Oh no. Okay, yeah. Ooh. Whoa.
漂亮。
We're back!
漂
We're
亮
back! Oh,
漂亮
finally.
果然是人如
They
其
meet
名啊，
again.
端的是腰似刃柳，身若飞絮。
He doesn't look quite as annoyed by the compliment as he has been
阿雪，
annoyed by many compliments
你
in the
下手怎么
past.
这么毒啊？心如蛇蝎。阿雪，
We know you're not a good person.
毒蝎。
Oh.
你也知道毒蝎？
我
Now, who is the Scorpion sect? There are the 4 assassins, and they're like the Scorpions. But the Scorpion sect, that's a thing? Is that a different thing, or is that related to the 4 Scorpions?
北有天窗，南有毒蝎，天底下
Okay.
最大的2个杀手组织，可真是个香饽饽呀！
He does need to be rescued.
江湖已大乱，你是怕麻烦，会找上门吗？
Oh, hold on. Is he just wearing that one piece of the glazed armor that he was like, oh, Joseshu, you got me this as a gift. It's my first gift from Ashu. Is he just wearing it on like a thing around his waist out in the open? Because that obviously puts a target on him, but obviously he wouldn't care. He's really doing that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
会找上门吗？
麻烦。
Yeah. because that could run him into
偏
trouble.
偏君子温润如玉，八面玲珑，和气生财。
Oh.
哪来的麻烦？倒是不像你。
Oh please.
心走到哪儿，麻烦就跟到哪儿。
行，温大善人，别让我这个杀人狂魔。
就污不了我的眼。
Ooh. Ooh, 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 I got so, ooh, that one got me so much I accidentally turned the sound off. This show really is like, wow, I didn't know they were allowed to say that. I didn't know they were allowed to do that. Like, whoa, okay, let's step back a second. Even though Joseshu is like still doing his like, well, you should stay away from me, like, you know, he's still telling him to back off, but a lot of his expressions, even when he gets annoyed or he's like, well, you should back off, they've noticeably like softened from earlier on. He's not as annoyed. He's still distrusting, but he at least knows, oh, when Cushing like tried to like save him thinking he was drowning. So I won't say there's more trust as much as there is less distrust, but there's still some distrust, so he's still trying to be like, okay, well, then you should stay away, I guess.
只要你不遮起你这张俊脸，就污不了我的眼。好端端的，你怎么又伪装起来了？
The window of heaven spies.
太阳太大不行吗？
Oh. Ooh, tofu pudding. Give me some of that.
离我远点，老子还想多活几年。
你放心吧。岂不闻藏匿一吊钱最好的办法？
Interesting. Well, I do think one interesting thing to note is that maybe a bunch of regular people don't know what it looks like, but the Window of Heaven spies and the Five Lakes Alliance, like major people, will know what the glazed armor looks like. But like the shopkeeper who like made glass items that when Cushing went to make the copies, he obviously didn't know what it was that he was copying. But yeah, when there's spies everywhere and like the important people are around, that whole idea sort of breaks down because they're going to recognize it and it's going to be an issue.
阿旭，你别摆着脸呢，我只是说说而已。
九转阴湖，风不至。
阿旭
Someone from Window of Heaven?
你选一个吧。
Is he
不是不喜欢
trying
我带
to
着这劳什子吗？你帮我选一个，我便换了他。
他是故意
Get me another gift? Yes! Is he drawing attention on purpose? I think so. But he's also like, please give me another gift so I can wear something else that you got me if you don't want me wearing this.
阿旭。哎，阿旭，去哪儿啊？
I mean, he is trying to stay away from Window of Heaven people. I think that must be who he...
是主人，信不辱命，没有任何人发觉。
好。
Ah.
戏台子已经搭好。
Okay. He was trying to draw attention to things, therefore, knowing that Joseshu would leave because he was drawing too much attention to them, so then he could speak to this woman about his secret plans. Oh, that's so funny.
江湖杂鱼同台竞技，你方唱罢我登场。
There you go.
好生期待呀。
Wow. he knew that was going to happen. He knew someone was going to take it.
生气了？
请问这位朋友，
Oh.
是去参加英雄大会的吗？
算是吧。无名小卒，不足挂齿。
哎，这位小兄弟，他是我兄弟。我们是赵静大侠邀请来的。
原来是赵师叔的朋友。师敬，师弟带你们去驿站休息。
哎，不必劳烦了，你们请便吧。
He's so charming when Cushing, like he could just make it happen.
嚯！把整个岳阳城围得跟个铁桶似的。你那傻徒弟到了岳阳城可算是安全。放心吧，行了行了，常怀千岁忧，何必呢？走走走走，找点乐子去，走。
Let's go on a date. Let's do something fun. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's hard to pay attention to the plot when everything is so cute. I'm so curious to know what, as the Ghost Valley chief, I know we're gonna eventually get backstory and explanation behind that, but it's like, it's just eating me up to know, like, why is he in that position? And what does he want to get out of all of this? It seems like if something terrible happened to him because of, like, the Five Lakes Alliance and the stuff that went down back in the day over the glazed armor and the armory, if they did things that kind of like sacrificed other people, I guess there could be something where that directly affected Wen Kuxing, and he's trying to get revenge on all the different sects that were involved by just creating like ultimate chaos between them. You know, a drama to play out, kind of as we saw earlier in the episode. Presumably his parents died. I feel like we can kind of maybe assume that, but like I wonder if his parents could have died because of the fighting that had to do with all that, and he's like, I'm getting revenge on all these sects because they caused this. And so far in the show, it does seem like there is this, like, all these sects putting on an honorable face, when in actuality they're doing things that are underhanded or that hurt people and don't necessarily protect who they're supposed to protect. I feel like that's something that's going on here. So that could be a major motivation behind Wen Kuxing's like big plan. I wonder though, will he have like later on a moment of realization that he's also like bringing innocent people into the fray by helping create all this chaos? Like, I'm just so curious to see how it goes, because at the moment, if he's creating all this chaos and doing things that, like, lead to people getting killed, I mean, Zhou Zishu could feel like, on one hand, he might feel like, well, that's like what I did with the Window of Heaven, or that's like what I used to do. So he may feel that it's not any worse than what he did, but it's hard for me to imagine him being okay with it. It seems like, I mean, as a character, both of them need to change in different ways, but it really seems like the core romance of the show, it can only proceed so far if Wen Kuxing doesn't either change his tune or if there's way more to the plot he has right now than we currently understand. And both of those things could be true too. I'm just like, I'm getting so far ahead of myself because the premise that has been set up is like so, like, for them to like love and trust each other, I feel like so much has to change or so much has to be out in the open that isn't now, that it's just like such an interesting spot to be in. This show, this whole time, and I'm only at episode 7, but it's just been like, what could possibly happen next? Like, what is going to happen? I don't know, it's so interesting. Is this Guxiang? Oh, wait. That's Guxiang. Who is that girl? Would Chengling help her? Was the girl in the mask one of her, like, servants? because her dress like, robe looked familiar, but I'm not sure.
18摸吧。
要不给您唱首杨柳枝吧。
What are they doing? Oh no.
少爷，少爷。
Oh
他不会
yikes.
唱，我倒是会唱呀。我若唱了，那银子是不是归我呀？
姑娘若是肯
Oh my
唱，
God.
不止银子。
这个给你，
These
替姑娘
drunken
我拉一
idiots.
曲。紧敲鼓来。
Does she actually know this
先
song?
手先摸，头发丝，再摸脸前边。
找死！
They're always calling people stinky. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, I love her.
啊，还打不打？什么？你错！姑娘，我等着你啊，哈！看什么看啊？怎么，你也想听曲啊？
不，我想请你吃饭。
这小子打什么主？哼，不怕你。
Oh, are they gonna be a little thing? Oh, how cute.
姑娘，你快尝尝，这道银针鸡片是用。
I just realized how much they've set up. I had this thought, but I hadn't mentioned it. But they've really set up that like Guxiang like loves food. Like when everyone else is like, I don't have an appetite. She talks about how depressing that is, and she's always like, come on, let's eat. Like I want to eat. And then when Wen Kuxing said like who is the second cutest person, she was like someone who treats me to a meal. I now hear someone treating her to a meal. So she just like loves food. I love this.
好吃。
好吃吧？在下没什么别的本事，这专好寻访天下美食。
你这个本事
I think
挺
she'll
好
like that.
呀，
Yes.
你人看起来也不坏嘛。你叫什么名字啊？
在下清风剑派曹卫宁。
Gentle Wind Sword.
不知可否请教姑娘芳名啊？
我的名字叫。
Her name is Stinky Girl. I wonder what she was gonna say, because I don't think she has a reason to conceal her name, but where will she say that she's from?
有说法去呢？
调戏。
哎
，Back her
师
up.
兄，我作证，是这位小六君先调戏民女的。
少侠，你们江湖上讲义气就是这样的，见色起意，厉害厉害厉害！
对于轻薄女子这样的恶行，向来是绝不姑息的。不过小六子他并非门内弟子，对这样的恶行一定会给一个公道，讨一个说法。
Rascality.
六子你行啊，骗我！
我错了，
还不快走！你们也回去吧。
去。
曹少侠，今日的事情能不能别跟别人说？尤其是我师傅。
完了，不用打啦。
姑娘，你很喜欢打架吗？
怎么
Yeah, she
不行啊？
wanted to fight.
行，怎么不行？好的很。
It's great.
我也喜欢打架。
那你陪姑娘我打一把。你什么意思啊？瞧不起姑娘吗？别以为姑娘打不过你。
我还来不及，岂敢唐突佳人。
Well,
你别吃，这
he's
些
a
菜都已经凉了，我让他
precious
们再给你做一
being.
份。
Oh my gosh. He's like, you're feisty, I like you. And she's like, you bought me food. Oh my god, you're perfect. Oh, I just want them to have a little date.
阿旭，
Not
又
like they
喝酒
haven't already had little
你莫不
dates,
是
but
酒
you
瓶成
know.
了精？
但凡有事端，这里都会得到丰盛。
怎么个风法？
They're having a little date. Oh, here we go with the nuts again. I wonder when. So now I'm back to like, okay, hold on. Plot things, not just thinking about things being cute, but when Cushing, like, someone stole that piece of. See, I know it was supposed to be like he's showing off the gift that Joshu got him, but I don't actually know if that was a real piece of jade armor or a fake one. I can't remember if it might have looked a little bit different than the one that was in the little soul something box. Because I thought I remember that one being like a little bit longer, and this one looked like a little bit shorter, like it was cut shorter. I'm not sure, but he let it get stolen, and he wanted that to happen. So I think it possibly might be fake, but I wouldn't put it past him to be like, haha, I'll let someone steal a real one. But yeah, I wonder if Joe's issue is gonna notice that it's gone, and like what maybe he'll go back into the like, oh no, it's gone, you gotta get me a new gift now because I lost my gift from you. Okay, what are we doing with the nut? That was just...
客官，你要什么呀？
Oh, is that... This doesn't signify something to do with like when you want to call a waiter over. Do you... No, I think they're just... I don't know, I think they're just trying to show off nuts as much as possible.
客官说笑了，近来店里来了这么多英雄豪杰，
有和生米一块炒的吗？
这城里倒是没有。听说城
Is that like what they have where he's from, or?
哎呦，小的这就给您换上好的茶去。
Guess he really likes that kind of tea.
温大善人，这江湖中的切口，你不知道？
我怎么会不懂？我就考考你。
It wasn't him asking for a certain kind of tea. It's a code phrase for something. And it seems like Wen Kuxing doesn't know what it means. Maybe because he can be a little bit out of the loop on the martial arts world because he's from the Ghost Valley world. That was like a genuine like smile. There's Gu Xiang.
你家白菜被猪拱了
啊？
They're on dates in the same place.
高盟主很熟。
哦，不敢当，是家师，乃是知己之交。
我叫顾香。
Okay, she said her name, but she's not gonna say like where she's from. Oh no. Oh no, are you interrupting this?
委实佳妙啊！
你怎么这么好？一定跟你聊得来。
当真
？And he's right here.
他也很好吃。
And he's right here.
好，咬文嚼字儿。
我看未必。
Oh.
快来快来，坐坐坐。岳阳派的座上宾呢？啊，这是我家主人。
你是丫头啊？丫头。
Oh no, maids are
我
great.
之前还以为。我还担心。
担心什么？
哦，没事。
我管你是清风剑派还是中风剑派。
Why is he so mad?
你和我们家阿香很熟吗？
Oh, he's just doing the dad thing where he's like, "What intentions do you have with my daughter?"
不熟，我们刚认识的。公子，我们一起。
既然不熟， 就请您行个方便，
No.
圆润的
And I know
走
he
远点。
wants her to get down to
实在
business
抱
that
歉，
they're trying to do.
抱歉
But no.
抱歉。
No.
主人，什么叫圆润的走远点儿？
滚的文雅说法。阿香，你从哪儿认识的这么附庸风雅的半吊子？九哥和洛神父都被串了，能把屈原给气活过来。
No. He's like, he messed up the poetry. He's not literate enough for you.
屈原是谁啊？关他什么事儿啊？
She doesn't care.
再靠近点。
But what is he doing?
Oh.
反正不准你跟这个没文化的臭小子来往，
Oh
听见了
my
吗？
God. Not
我觉得他挺有
uncultured
文化的呀，
boy.
比我有文化多了。
跟你比，
Oh.
你关心他做甚？怎么，想让他做上门女婿？
No.
我才不敢呢。他呀，看起来和和气气的，眼神比鬼都可怕。
是吗？那你还问他？
我觉得因为他在的时候。
Oh.
我看你谈吐衣着也不俗，怎么还吃霸王餐呢？
No, is he trying to dine and dash? Wait, what? Okay. There's so much happening in this episode, like character-wise, that I'm just like, whoa. He's thinking about the fact that she's kind of saying, like, you seem nicer or, like, more human when he's around, and, like, the face he just made, where he was really thinking about that. Whoa.
没钱还笔墨挥霍。
Oh no.
喂，怎么？你没带钱啊？
Help him out, please. Oh, this poor kid.
不要钱，我这里有。
这位公子的账我结。
你的荷包呢？
It's a good question. Where is your wallet? You're the
终日
one with
打
all the
雁，
money.
终被雁啄了眼，笑了笑，谁知道。
Was
是不是
his wallet attached to that piece of glazed armor? Was that like attached to a pouch that was like his wallet? Like maybe, I don't know if he's totally making this up or if that was actually his wallet attached to that.
我在说话摊子前见过他。
你也会着
His
了防我
wallet
知得到。
got stolen. Oh.
我知道了，就是他偷的我荷包。
唉，难免吃些暗亏。
Does he have enough money for this?
不给。咱们什么关系让我替你买单？
No. Oh, he's messing with him. I feel like since when Cushing is so like part of his flirting is like messing with you, and now that Joseshu has like warmed up to him a little bit, he's like, I'll mess with you too, but that kind of is like part of his flirting too.
我有钱。
she hasn't seen what he looks like either. She doesn't know who this is either. Oh my god, I keep forgetting, like, they don't know what he actually looks like. Only Wen Kuxing does.
阿香，不该你管的事。
Maybe she'll recognize him, like, up close.
你家主人眼光独大，我早就说过。
老病鬼！哇！啊！主人，你第一次说对。
哎呀去！
No ordinary This episode, every episode is like escalating in ways that I can't anticipate or handle. Whew.
要杀的，他摸你，你就
要的姑娘，你也可以。
哎，各位爷，
I was,
你爱摸谁摸谁，你爱怎么摸怎么摸，好不好？
阿旭，
wait. Hold on. Are they kind of like saying what I think they're saying?
要杀的，
好不好？
They just said like, oh, that is so funny. They were just like, hello, gay rights. You can touch whoever you want, however you want. Okay, it's cool. It's fine. Like, it doesn't matter who you want to touch. That's so funny.
阿旭，荷包。哟，想不到我们阿旭还是个小富翁呢。
一日一梨。就拿这丫头抵账。
还会有呢。
小的马上找零给你。
哎，不必找了，断不会打那笔墨回报的主意。
They are just, oh my god, that face. They're just messing with each other, but it really is like, it's like the way they flirt with each other is just teasing and like testing each other and just like almost like putting each other on the spot or like embarrassing each other. It's like Joe's issues like increasing like comfort with doing that and participating in that too, like shows that he's like more comfortable with when cursing. Wow, that was so many plot things were just shown to us in this episode, and it still also spent so much time on just like the flirting and their relationship. I think we all know that in reality, Joe's shoes is fine with when Cushing touching him. He doesn't have to be a cute girl to do it. At least we know that he will feel that way at some point. But I think at this point, it's sort of a combination between teasing him, still trying to be cautious, the fact that there's censorship, so sometimes they just have to have the character say something like that, you know. Oh, well, if you were a girl, or, you know, making things straight via what someone is saying, but obviously all the implications and everything going on are not straight. But that is so funny how they took that and then they have the waiter just being like, you can all touch whoever you want, just pay me. And it's like the waiter said gay rights. That's such a clever way to like turn around what was just said and kind of like go beyond the usual, like, oh, someone made a joke about like, well, you're not a cute girl. They took what I feel like is kind of a trope in these kind of shows, and then they were like, but it's cool. You can touch whoever you want. I don't care. Obviously, they said it indirectly, but in the sort of, you know, language of the show and how they have to communicate certain things, that was at the same time, like, very direct. I love how Gu Xiang has, like, met her little treat her to a meal kind of guy, and he was saying, like, his wallet was stolen too. I don't know if that's true or not, but since he seemed to know about the guy at the stall, maybe it is true. They both had stuff stolen from him. I'm so curious to find out more of like what Wen Kexing's scheme is, the way he was like happy to have that thing stolen. And was it just the glazed armor or fake glazed armor that he was wearing on a pendant that was stolen, or was that attached to his wallet and his wallet was stolen? I'm not honestly sure, because it's like I wouldn't put it past him to lie about his wallet being stolen just to, I don't know, make some sort of scene or some sort of point. I can imagine him waiting still to like waiting for Joseph to be like, oh my gosh, your glazed armor thing was stolen, and him to be like, oh no, that's right, it's so sad, I'm so sorry that your gift to me was stolen. But like I can just so see him like being like that. But I mean, wow, like some of the stuff that was said in this episode, the thing that they did with like having the waiter say that and it be kind of like, touch whoever you want, that's like them kind of making a statement like about queerness. But that to me is not one of the more, that's like a cool thing they did, but it's not the thing that surprises me in this episode of like what they were able to get away with in the writing. It's like, just the whole thing about Joe's shoe being like the treasure, and just the way that like when Cushing is like, yeah, isn't he cute? Yeah, this show, like, it continues to surprise me, and I know it will continue to surprise me more. And it's such an interesting dynamic, and it's had such a lighthearted tone for most of it since, like, besides the first episode. I might have mentioned this before, but I was thinking about something, which is like the characterization of Joe's issue, and how on one hand in the show it seems like a major tone shift going from the first episode and his like career as an assassin and his regrets about it and what happened, where he basically killed the lover of his like dead Marshall brother slash friend, and the fact that he put the nails in himself, and he's so like self-sacrificing, and he's so regretful of what he's stood for this whole time. And I would say that I think to a lot of people it might seem to stand in contrast with how he's acting now, since basically just how he's acted since he put on the disguise and went out into the world and was just like, I'm retired now. But I think it makes sense. I think that he's still, one, hiding a deep well of like regret and sadness, but two, because right now he's walking around thinking like, well, I'm gonna die in less than 3 years. I've left that life behind and I'm not this assassin anymore. I think since he's at this point where he had all these regrets, but he's sort of like given his life, he's like, well, I'm going to die soon and I'm no longer contributing to this thing that I regret. So I don't think he feels totally carefree, but he can go along and be a little bit more lighthearted and have more fun than he ever would have been able to do before when he was part of the organization. When he left, he was able to feel a little bit more free. He's left that life behind, but I think you can still see in his character the burden that he still carries because of what he did. It's just that it's not as intense and immediate as when he was still part of the organization. He could have easily been an extremely gloomy character, one that is just always fixated on his regrets. And I actually think in a way there's something I like about having him being able to joke around and smile occasionally and not constantly dwell on it, because not everyone in that kind of situation would be so like one-dimensionally constantly distressed about it. So in a way, I think it's actually realistic, about the complicated ways that humans can be. I was thinking about that because I think some people watching this could think that there's like such a shift that it doesn't fit the character or it doesn't feel right for the character with what we saw in the first episode. But I've just thought about it a lot and his progression and just different things. And I think it makes sense. And I think the regretful part is in no way gone. It's still there. It's just not constantly in the forefront. And I do think his growing relationship with Win Cushing is also going to continue to make him like feel better and more comfortable. And oh my God, I mean, there's so many things in the show that I'm like, whoa, I can't wait for. What is going to happen? What is going to happen when he finds out about the whole Ghost Valley chief thing? What is going to happen when Cushing finds out that he did the thing with the nail? trials and he's like going to die in a couple years. Both of those things are of such big and devastating magnitude. I imagine that as lighthearted as things have been, there are going to be some really big, just just sad, dramatic, emotional moments coming up in the show. And I'm ready, and I'm also not ready. This really was a great episode. I'm excited to watch more, but I'm also glad that this one didn't end on the kind of like cliffhanger thing where I'm like, oh God, I don't feel like I'm gonna die if I don't watch more right this second. But I'm excited to continue the series, and I will see y'all next time. This is eSoup signing out.